Hey friends, hope you are doing great in life. So in this video we are going to discuss how to study the current affairs, and when it comes to current affairs there are certain things we need to know, that is like from which source we need to study, then is there any technique that we can apply in order to remember them, then what are the news that we can skip. So all these questions are answered in this video. I hope you keep along with it, and now without wasting your time, let's start the core of this video. The number one is the source. So there are two types of sources available. One is the video source and another one is the text source. So if you like following the video source, you can go for study IQ and GK today. I'm recommending GK today because back in the past I used to follow this channel and I was very comfortable with it. The teaching method was awesome, and study IQ I have heard of it many times from my friends in the community and also from various YouTubers. So these two channels I have heard maximum, and so I'm recommending you the best, but you are open to do any research for yourself and see what works for best for you, and just see which channel you are comfortable with to study from. The next one is in the form of text, and this text you can get like in hard copy form, or you can directly study from the laptop screen. So this text format is best supplied by Adda 247, Oliveboard and Affairs Cloud. Yet here also you will get so many websites providing it, but I think so these three are the best and the topmost. So for me, if I have to say, I am very good at remembering things which I used to read from like hard copies. So you can also take out hard copies if you wish to invest there, and there is an advantage that you can scribble handwritten points or mark it, etc. Some important points you can also mark. So recently I'm giving up on this, and I have started to highlight on the downloaded PDF on the screen of my laptop. But I get confused between some banks, some figures, some countries like Mauritius, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, because all will be in news in 1 month or the other, and I'll be stuck in the options in the examination. So here I will make a note. Now this is just one example I gave, but there are so many aspects on which I'll be making handwritten notes. So figures are very confusing, like indexes, then GDP rates will always be changing. So these are mandatory to make notes of, and these notes will save hours before your mains examination, because everything is right on your desk. No need to search the files in your laptop or even in which video you have got this data. So no need to find all this, it will be right in your desk if you keep some important key points with handwritten. So that's it. The next up is the video source. So here I would recommend those who are reading from the text to them that there will be some day in your routine when you will feel lazy to practice quants and reasoning. So that day you can just lie cozy on the bed and do a revision from a video class. So I might offend some of you by saying the next sentence, but again it is an absolute thing from my side. When you rely completely on a video class, there are chances that you won't get enough time for revising all the videos again before examination. And even when 1000 important or 5000 important news are covered in some videos, some like minor news gets skipped, and this is where RRB and SBI PO general awareness played off this time with many candidates. So you know that when important news are covered at the end of the month, not all news are covered, only those important news which they think is important is covered. So you can give a second thought on it. So it is always mandatory that you follow both types of sources, video as well as the text format. But video or PDF, it will not make much difference if you are able to cover all news and if you are able to revise them thoroughly. Here one important thing you should remember, that there is no meaning in putting an eye on all the news unless you revise them. Means if you are studying from PDF and you have covered most of the news but you are not revising, then there is chances that you might get confused in the examination. So you keep a note of these things. So now how to study them, whether to go for daily, weekly or monthly. So if you are very dedicated, daily current affairs suits you, then go for it. When you are doing daily, remember to keep some time for the previous 2 days. Suppose today is 18th. Suppose today is 18th Feb, then you can always go for 16 and 17 Feb. Keep some time like half an hour to revise the previous 2 days. So this method is the best, that you do the daily current affairs because revision is also going on with it. Then on Sunday you can attempt quizzes, but you will need some consistency, some amount of dedication to do the daily current affairs. Next up is the weekly current affairs. So this is also a very good method of preparation for someone like me who is not very consistent in covering the daily news, or somebody who is working who do not get enough time for preparation. Now Adda 247 provides 10 pages of weekly current affairs for this, and you don't have to worry about the quality because no news is missed. Everything is covered there, and the other days in the week you can attempt quizzes. So now here I highly recommend you to do it daily or weekly. And the third one, which is monthly current affairs, so this is for some major missed out of a particular month. Until 2021 I always did the monthly current affairs, so which used to come at the end of the month, and I try to do the weekly ones before the means, but too many news piled up, too many PDF, and I could not cover all. It was a complete disaster. And if for any reason you missed a month's current affairs, then you can keep this as the last option. The time you will need to study daily or weekly news is very much less than you will need to study the entire whole month, which will demand many times revision and you won't be able to remember it at one go. So the third confusion is whether to skip some portions of the news or we need to cover everything. Here again it is individual's choice. If you are able to cover each and every news, then you are like very good at it. But if you want to have a choice, then you can skip the sports and obituaries. So in case of sports, this can be done monthly, choosing the important ones. Even if you don't do it means weekly or daily, you can do it monthly. And here you need to remember that Indian names are very easy to remember, Indian events or awards, what it is, but international ones are very difficult, and so you have to do it monthly, choosing the important ones. And the irony here is that it is very difficult to choose which one is the important international events because all are same for us. And coming back to the second one, that is the obituaries, the person who expired. Now this can be done when different websites release capsules before main examinations. For this you don't have to worry much, but remember that the sub news inside this section is important, like books written, then awards received. So such prominent things needs no explanation. I guess you can detect that if any important or if any famous book is written, then that is to be like very important, you know. So these are the things that you can do for current affairs, but every individual is different. This was my strategy, my opinion, and my suggestion. So it is up to you. If you want to study in such way, you can. Otherwise you have your best strategy for yourself, I know. So here is the end of the video. Thank you.